Work Ethics. Shanti Raghavan, founder and managing trustee of Enable India.
Our entire country is facing a problem with work ethics. When anybody wants a leave, their grandmother has to die multiple times, just so that we can get the leave. So there are a lot of problems with work ethics. Now, if our candidate with disability goes, takes extra leave, does not go on time, they might be behaving just like a non-disabled. Okay. But candidate with disability may not have the same number of opportunities that a non-disabled has. So for us, the work ethics has to be pakka. And more importantly, I think we want to produce better Indians. If we produce a better Indian with disability, maybe we'll have better roads, better whatever, better quality of life. If each of us was a better Indian, isn't it? So as trainers, we need to make sure that at least our candidate with disability is a good Indian who will have the right work ethics. So what do we do?
Moses, visually impaired employability trainer.
How does work ethics are driven in our environment? A, trainers walking the talk. B, the work ethics are inbuilt in our environment. C, discussing the problem that causes this work ethics problem and addressing it. What does all these three mean really? Walking the talk, trainers being transparent and coming on time, doing things, being informing candidates that when they are coming and showing the right value, right culture, that sets the environment. B, the candidates are forming rules. They discuss why they are not able to come, what is the consequence of that, and they take the necessary action. C, why does somebody come late or kind of tell lie or anything? Because they may have some real genuine problem which they are not able to address. Therefore, address that problem in the group. What do I mean by that? For example, I remember one of the candidates telling that he could not sleep because of bed bugs in PG. Therefore, he got up late and he came late to the training center. So we made the candidate to solve that problem. We gave him the project saying that you go and talk to landlord and solve your problem.
Bomuluri Prasad BV, former student with visual impairment, working as project coordinator in Cisco.
My problem is bed bugs problem. I went late to office that day, training center, and everybody asked me why you late. I said to them, this is the problem. I am facing bed bugs that PG1 is not responding, and my employment team is saying you can solve your problem. Try to solve your own. And I thought of that. What can I do? I think, and I went back and I given that bed to my PG owner. Take this bed, and if you have your new bed, you give me. Otherwise, I can sleep on the empty cot. And he saw the bed bugs and he's given me a new bed to me. There onwards, almost my personality also developed in another way. I can do myself. Why should I want to wait for somebody and finishing the things? I can go myself and I can ask. I can go myself and I can take.
Alaina Aisha, former student with visual impairment, working as project manager in Snehadeep.
During my training in the end, I was not well and I was actually admitted in the hospital. My trainers did not consider it much. I felt they are really monsters and they're not human beings. I really cursed them a lot and I was went through a lot of drama and everything. But today, when I'm working in my place, I do see to it if I'm not well also I go and do my work, because of which I think my position in my workplace is very strong. And if I say that I'm taking leave, they really know that there is a solid reason.
Rizwan Pasha, former student with visual impairment, working as field officer in Mobility India and Enable India.
इससे पहले जब मैं कॉलेज पढ़ता था, घर से मैं आता था कॉलेज के पास, गेट देख के कहीं पे घूमने चले जाता था. ये मेरे को वहीं पे नहीं, पंचुअलिटी नहीं था मेरे को. जब मैं एनेबल इंडिया आ गया, आई एम फॉलोइंग पंचुअलिटी 100% नाउ. मैं मैनेजर दिल से यू हैव टू शॉप 7 o'clock, आई विल बी देयर.
Srinivas, former student with visual impairment, working as telecaller in Rixins.
So I learned how to maintain punctuality and value of attendance and prioritization, how to prioritize the things. So punctuality means exactly I have to start my work at 9, and because if I so generally leads will come that initial timings of the day. So I mean leads will come 8:50 to 9 o'clock. So I have to start my work and I have to download those leads, and I have to start making calls as quickly I can. So if I delay the making calls, someone will make a call. For Salesforce, so we have different partners in India, so that's why I want to make calls as quick as I can. If I delay the making calls to them, if I lose the business with them.
As a trainer, when we are doing all this work ethic stuff, guess what? We become better at work ethics. You know, it's not about whether the candidate does their work better or not. First, when we practice the work ethics, when we go on time, when we do everything right, that's when the candidate learns. In the process of being a trainer and trying to make others learn work ethics or whatever great things we're trying, our own self-development is tremendous. And I think as a trainer, look forward to that.
Office environment. What do you need to do as a trainer?
It's actually hard as a trainer to do this whole office environment thing. On one hand, we know this candidate has not had any prior exposure to something like this. They come here, it's like almost shock therapy. So how does it actually work is, we show a lot of love and no judgment. Oh, you made a mistake? What should you do now? Observe. Make a new mistake, yaar. You put a little humor, laugh at it. So, and each candidate has to be treated differently. Some really have a problem with pressure, then, we have to counsel them more. So you have to have different strokes. Our personal development plan also helps there. But at the end of the day, we have to get them ready for the real environment. So we will still tell them, this was wrong. This is not as per what is required in a company. We will tell them the hard facts to their face. That feedback will be given. But because we tell it with love and non-judgment, most of them are able to take it. Many of them want to leave the training. But why it again works? We believe that every human being is capable of achieving their potential. And sometimes we forget that. But every time we have to say, nahi yaar, I know he's looking as if he can't take it, but let's believe, trust. And I think there are some wires going and attaching to that person. And somewhere they are able to rise to their potential. So as a trainer, remind yourself every day, believe in the potential, trust my candidate. Just say that, leave the rest to God.